Hey guys, I am shooting this video to show you something that I've actually never showed you before, but I figured what better way to start off this video than by giving you an update on the crew cab swept line dually that we've been working on. We actually have done a lot of work. Some of it's recorded, some of it isn't, but we've managed to get the entire crew cab essentially stripped down to cab and wires, which the wires aren't going to be getting used, but we've gotten everything out of the crew cab. That's nice. There's some very interesting things I found out about the crew cab while I was going through that entire process, but I'm not going to share that with you in this video because I made videos specific to that, in which I think you will find the original history of the crew cab is very interesting. But this entire video is to show you something else. Off by talking about two things. Number one, let's just go ahead and get the jacket inside the window out of the way. Someone broke the window out of my swept line. I don't know how. All I know is that I ran down through here, it wasn't broke. The next day I came down through here, the windows broke out. But secondly, I want to talk about this truck sitting in front of me. As you can see, it's a 61. What really made me want this truck is it's a W100. W stands for Power Wagon or four-wheel drive. At least in the 60s it did. Dodge swept line. These are extremely rare. But it's also a 318, which for the 61 year, there were only 217 of these made. I had to have this truck once I found that out. And as you can see, it's got some very unique things going on with it. We'll get more into that. I have two nicknames for this truck. Number one, I love to call it Beetlejuice because of the way that it looks right now with the black and the white. And I can imagine what it looked like when this was painted brand new. But number two, the second owner of this truck, or third or whatever, had some really unique taste. I like to call it the shagging wagon. So we've got like this little fake cow skin thing going on. And then at the top, we've got this shag carpet. So, you know, I love this truck. It's probably, honestly, my favorite truck now. And I was really excited about the crew cab build, so that's saying a lot. There's things that need to be done to it. It needs new rocker panels. It needs a new floor pan. But what I'm really excited about is the fact that it has almost every single last one of its original parts. Even the steering wheel horn and the lights are down under here. Now, I wanted to talk about the second thing that I noticed with this truck specifically. Number one being the fact that it's green. And number two being the fact that I believe at one point it may have been a forestry service truck. And I'm going to give you several reasons why I think that now. So number one, you see the mounts that sit inside the hood for the horns. We come down. And if I zoom in here, you'll see there's brackets on the roof where they had lights mounted. And this was all really professionally done. You see they were running a wire down through the door into the cab for those lights. But then we come back here and we see that it had a grill guard on it at one point. And the thing that makes this really stick out to me as far as thinking it was a forestry service truck is this very unique rear bumper, because that's like what most of the bumpers I've seen look like. Either that or they don't have one. This is very interesting to me because it looks like it has an insert for a portable winch that would be stuck down in these two holes. And it also had at the time, I guess, technically, I don't know if I would ever even try to use these, but toe rings. So I think that this may have been a forestry service 318 Power Wagon from 61. And the last thing I'll say, because this makes it very unique, is it was a 3 on a tree. So This truck is, without a doubt, my absolute favorite truck as of right now. But I have started to realize I have way too many trucks just for me. So I've actually given 2 of them away. I think I'm going to play a part in initially restoring those trucks. But the decisions for those trucks won't be mine. And also, the end result is those trucks won't belong to me. I've got the 61 that I'm keeping. I've got the white crew cab, or not white crew cab, but the white wrecker all the way up there that I'm keeping. I've got this green truck. I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. Out of all the trucks I own, it's probably the second worst as far as rust is concerned. And it honestly may even be the first, because even the hood has rusted to a point where it's essentially split in 2. I've got the crew cab, which I just showed you guys, and then I've got my blue truck, which is what I like to call this, even though it's more so of a turquoise or a seafoam. And I've got this red crew cab. The red crew cab owner knows that I've given them the truck. I told them that. Douglas's biggest complaint was that it's the worst truck out of all of them, but I said that just gives you the ability to show off your skill. And the owner of the seafoam truck actually does not know that I'm giving them this truck, so I will get it restored to where it's running and driving, and then it'll be theirs as far as decision making, etc. But I am really looking forward to this Power Wagon. I want to try to get this 318 started, see how it runs, see how much work needs to go into it, and that's going to dictate some of my decision as far as if I keep it 100% classic or if I change things. But I want to hear your opinion, and if you have any experience or insight on this truck, please let me know, because I love hearing stories about where my trucks came from. This one came out of northern Georgia, so if you've seen it with the weird skin on the door and the shag carpet on the roof, please comment and let me know how and what your experience was with the truck. Thank you guys. Remember to like and subscribe. It does help. I appreciate you.